Science Target today, we are going to find the area of a triangle. So you guys remember a triangle is any figure that has three sides. We can have all kinds of triangles. We can have a right triangle that has a right angle, a 90-degree angle in it. We can have triangles that are obtuse. We can have triangles that are acute, meaning obtuse has an angle that is more than 90 degrees. And acute triangles have angles that are less than 90 degrees. There's all kinds of triangles, but we can find the area of those triangles. How can we do that? Well, let's review area. Area of a rectangle equals the base times this area equals 24 units squared. Square units because there are 6 times 4 is 24. And we could just count them all up and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 is 24. We don't need to do that. We can just multiply 6 times 24. 6 times 4, we get 24 units squared, because each of these units are a little tiny, beautiful square. The area of a parallelogram is the same. We use the same formula for the parallelogram as we use for the rectangle, because the parallelogram is just a rectangle with that right triangle cut out and moved to the side. So the area of a parallelogram is also the base times the height. Now today we need to find, let's just throw this away, we are done with it, and we are done with that, and we are going to find the area of the triangle. How do we find the area of our triangle? Well, go ahead and pause the video and think about it for a little bit. How do you think you're going to find the area of a triangle? A really great way to think about this is if I were to make another triangle that was the exact same size as that first triangle, and then cut it out. And now let's just flip that over and put it right here. What do you notice? That's right. When we put a triangle, if we double up the triangle, we get a parallelogram. And we know that the area of the parallelogram is A equals B times H. BH. Base times the height. Well, if the area of the parallelogram is base times the height, and the triangle, or two triangles, make up the parallelogram, then what is the area of one single triangle? That's right, it is 1/2 of the base times the height, because it is half of the parallelogram. So anytime that we have a triangle, then we know that we just have to multiply the base times the height by 1/2. So let's try one together. If we had a triangle that had a height h equals 10 and the base was 12, then we would do area equals 1/2 of 10. So we'll do base first. We do that 12 times 10. Well, we can do that a couple different ways. We can say 1/2 of 12 is 6, and 6 times 10 is 60. Or we can say 12 times 10 is 120. 120, 1/2 of 120 is 60. We can say 1/2 of 10 is 5, and 5 times 12 is 60. Our area is going to be 60 units squared. Square units, because it is half of the parallelogram. We could put it the other way. All kinds of ways we could do that. Half of that parallelogram. No matter how you put it, it's going to be half of that parallelogram. All right, let's look at an obtuse triangle. What would that look like? How are we going to find the area of an obtuse triangle? Now, this triangle is cut off right there. That is our triangle there. I've got our height is the distance from the right angle to the top, but it's not actually even touching the bottom of this triangle. It's down here. If we copy this triangle, so if I take that second triangle and I flip it over, what do I get? That's right. Once again, I get a parallelogram. And I know, again, that the area of a parallelogram is the base times the height. So half of that, I can see my height right here is the same thing as this height over here, that same exact height. So a triangle is half a parallelogram. So my area of half the parallelogram is 1/2 of the base times the height.